You're saying right now you've been shot
Yes.
in the eye
Yes.
with a revolver.
Yes.
All right.
Interrogated for hours, while a bullet was still inside his brain. It sounds impossible, but this is the real story of Ryan Waller, one of the most disturbing police interrogation cases ever recorded. It all started in December 2006 in Phoenix, Arizona. Police responded to a call from Ryan Waller's apartment. When officers arrived, they found a horrific scene. Inside the apartment, Ryan's girlfriend, Heather Kwan, was dead. She had been brutally murdered. Ryan was there, alive, but something about him didn't seem right. His face was swollen, his eye was severely damaged, and he looked completely disoriented. He struggled to speak clearly. His behavior was slow, confused, almost as if he didn't understand what was happening around him. To the police, this raised suspicion. Instead of immediately treating him as a victim, they saw him as the prime suspect. They brought Ryan in for questioning, and that's when everything started to go wrong.
You know why you're down here, Ryan? You have no idea why you're down here. Okay. Ryan, I'm gonna read you something, so you could understand. Because I don't know what happened. Okay, so I'm gonna read you something to make sure you understand your rights. Okay, basically I'm gonna read you. You've seen Cops before, right? Ever seen a TV show Cops or CSI or anything like that?
Okay.
Ever seen that?
No.
You've never seen any kind of cop show, lawyer show, any kind of show?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to listen up real close. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney to assist you prior to questioning and be with you during questioning if you so desire. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the right to have an attorney appointed for you prior to questioning. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
During the interrogation, Ryan could barely keep his eyes open. He spoke slowly, often pausing mid-sentence. His answers didn't make sense. He seemed lost, disconnected from reality. At multiple points, he asked if he could go to sleep.
What happened last night?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I really don't. I just want to go to sleep and go to sleep. Oh.
Well, you remembered Heather hitting you in the eye, right?
I don't remember after that because I just went to lay down and try to go to sleep.
The officers didn't believe him. They thought he was pretending, acting, trying to avoid giving real answers. What they didn't realize was that Ryan had been shot in the face. A bullet had entered through his eye socket and was lodged inside his brain. Instead of receiving emergency medical care, he was being interrogated. Hour after hour, the questioning continued. Ryan's condition kept getting worse. His speech deteriorated. His confusion increased. His body was shutting down, and no one realized it.
No.
You don't know the highest grade you went through?
Eighth?
Eighth grade? Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Do you have a GED?
I don't know.
At one point, he became so disoriented that he could barely respond. But instead of stopping the interrogation, the officers pushed even harder.
Oh, you're not going to go home right now.
So what?
What's the highest grade that you completed?
B?
No, not grade, as in letter grade. I'm asking, did you graduate high school?
No.
And the highest you went was 8th grade?
Yep.
Do you know how to read and write, Ryan?
Yeah.
They believed they were dealing with a killer. In reality, they were watching a victim slowly deteriorate right in front of them. Ryan doesn't seem to remember even his own girlfriend.
Do you have a girlfriend? No? You know a girl named Heather?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Heather's last name?
Mm-hmm.
What is Heather's last name?
The one that lives there right now?
It's clear that Ryan is not okay at all, but the questions continue.
I guess, I don't know. If her name's Heather, what's her last name?
I don't know which name she's trying to use as her last one. She's trying to have a real last as her nickname, so I don't know.
What nickname does she go by?
She probably wants the last name, Kyman.
Kyman?
At this point, Ryan already has a massive brain hemorrhage, and the detective seems not to recognize the clear signs of mental confusion.
How would you spell that? With a K or a C?
Okay.
Keep going.
I don't know.
How old is Heather?
16 or 17.
At some moments, Ryan seems to respond clearly, but soon after he becomes confused again.
Alright.
I don't know what anybody was doing. I really don't.
Who was in the house when you went to sleep?
Christina and Heather.
Christina and Heather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Christina was on the couch?
Heather was.
Heather was on the couch. You told me Christina was on the couch just a minute ago.
I don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't.
You just don't know?
I really don't, man.
Or you don't want to tell me?
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I just want to go and go to sleep, man.
Ryan, you're not going to go anywhere. Do you know what happened in your house last night?
Mm-mm.
Is that house yours?
Mm-hmm.
Yours or your parents'?
Mine.
You bought that house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On December 25, 2006, Richie Carver and his father, Larry Carver, illegally broke into Ryan and Heather's home by forcing open the back door. They then shot Ryan Waller in the face and Heather Kwan in the head, killing her instantly. The Carvers ransacked the house and fled with electronic devices and a guitar, which were never recovered. The attackers did not know that Waller had survived the attack. While searching the scene, they found Heather Kwan's lifeless body and then arrested Ryan, who was injured, on suspicion of murder. The police assumed that the gunshot wound to his face was just a black eye and speculated that he and Kwan had a violent argument that led to her death. They treated the case as a domestic violence incident that got out of control. The detective confronts Ryan again, still believing that he was the one who murdered Heather Kwan.
Her dad shot her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do?
I tried to go back to sleep.
After you've been shot
Mm-hmm.
in the eye,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't know enough to call 911.
Mm-mm.
Why didn't you call 911?
Because I was just trying to go to sleep. That's it.
You just saw Richie's and his dad shoot your girlfriend, and you just felt like you needed to go to sleep?
Something like that. I don't know, man. I really don't.
Ryan, look at me. Ryan,
Yes. I don't know, man. I really don't
why
know.
did you shoot Heather, Ryan?
I didn't shoot Heather. She was already shot once by her brother, I swear.
Richie.
Yes.
Richie shot his own sister.
Yes, I swear. That's it.
Sit down.
Not me.
And you've been shot in the eye.
Yes. That's it.
Put your feet up on the table, please.
My feet hurt, man. I don't know why.
Get them off my table.
At this moment, the detective finally realized that something was seriously wrong. Ryan visibly has a hole on the side of his head where the bullet exited after passing through his eye.
Let me see your nose. Come on, put your legs down. Put your legs down. Bring your face closer.
Oh, my head hurts.
Okay. Yeah, be right back.
After an hour of interrogation, the detective finally understands the situation and decides to call for help.
Hey guys. Hey believe this one.
I can't believe it either. You're right. I've already heard the story. I can't believe it.
This is just my observations that this might be an entrance, this might be an exit, this might be into his eye. And he's acting like he has a serious head injury, which would
The firefighters ask Ryan more questions, trying to understand the situation.
make sense. So,
What's
you
your
guys
name?
confirm.
Ryan.
Yeah, we'll take them.
I don't know why.
Well,
it's
we
like-
can tell. Did that all? Has it been like that before, or it just happened tonight?
It's like this for like a day or so.
So it happened what? The other night?
I don't know.
You don't know what happened. Were there guns around?
Kid Eric did it. I don't know how he did it exactly. I might have been shot. I don't know.
Ryan answers the questions, but without certainty about what he's saying, as he doesn't clearly remember what happened. At one point, he says he was shot in the eye. Shortly after, he says he doesn't know what happened that night.
I don't know.
Let's just do blood pressure on it.
Ryan is finally taken to the hospital, but unfortunately, it was already too late.
Where? Where are we going?
We gotta go to the hospital, get checked out, bro. Look like you got shot right in the face.
I don't even know.
The doctors quickly discovered the truth. He had a gunshot wound to the head. The bullet had passed through his eye and into his brain, causing severe damage. It was a miracle he was still alive, but the delay in medical treatment had already caused irreversible consequences. Ryan lost his eye. He suffered permanent brain damage. His personality, his cognitive abilities, everything changed. And the worst part is that all of this could have been avoided. If he had received immediate medical attention, the outcome could have been very different. Meanwhile, the true story of what happened inside that apartment began to emerge. Ryan and his girlfriend had been victims of a home invasion. The attacker, not Ryan, was responsible for the murder. But in those critical hours, instead of being treated as a survivor, Ryan was treated as a suspect. The interrogation footage shocked the public. People watched as officers questioned a man who was clearly in medical distress. His eye was swollen, his speech slurred, his mind fading. And yet, no one stopped it. This raised serious questions about police procedures, about rushed judgments, and about how easily a victim can be mistaken for a criminal. Ryan survived the shooting, but his life was never the same. He lived for years with the consequences of that night. The brain damage affected his memory, his behavior, and his ability to function normally. And eventually, years later, he died from complications related to the injuries he suffered. A victim not only of a violent crime, but of a system that failed to recognize what was happening right in front of them. This case remains one of the most disturbing examples of misjudgment in an interrogation room. A man with a bullet in his brain, asking for help, while the people in front of him believed he was lying. Ryan Waller was never the killer. He was the victim all along. And by the time the truth was finally understood, the damage had already been done. Follow for more real cases that sound too shocking to be true.